Okay, real talk. Everything you think you know about getting your 8 hours is kind of a myth. I don't mean it's actually 7.5. I mean the entire idea of one long, unbroken 8-hour block, that's brand new. For thousands of years, ancient Rome, medieval England, humans didn't sleep like we do, at all. There's this insane 1990s experiment where scientists locked people in darkness for a month and accidentally proved it. By the end, you'll know a secret most doctors never mention. Let's get into it. Quick question. Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m., wide awake, and panicked because you thought something was wrong with you? Yeah, same. Turns out that might be the most normal thing your body does. This video covers segmented sleep, the Industrial Revolution, a real NIH sleep experiment, hunter-gatherer studies, and what science says about sleep and mortality. Stick around. The ending might change how you think about your 2 a.m. wake-ups. Comment if you've had one. Google, "How much sleep do I need?" and you get the same answer every time: 8 hours. It's treated like a law of physics, like gravity. Break it and you're sabotaging your body. Historian Roger Ekirch from Virginia Tech spent the 90s and 2000s digging through old court records, diaries, and medical texts for references to sleep. He found over 500 references, some dating back to Homer's Odyssey, 8th century BC, describing first sleep and second sleep. 2 sleeps, not 1. People went to bed shortly after dusk, no electricity, nothing to do once the sun went down, and slept a few hours. Then they'd wake up. Not from insomnia, this was just normal. They'd pray, talk to their spouse, poke the fire, visit neighbors. Even historians note this as a documented window for intimacy. This lasted an hour or two, then they'd drift into second sleep until morning. This wasn't fringe. Ekirch found it referenced so casually it clearly wasn't unusual. It was just Tuesday. Quick gut check. Comment below if this is the first time you're hearing about first sleep and second sleep. Okay, so that's history, but is there real science, or are we just trusting old diaries? In the early 1990s, Thomas Wehr at the National Institute of Mental Health locked volunteers in 14 hours of daily darkness for a full month. First few nights, people crashed hard, 11 hours of sleep, paying back a sleep debt from modern life. By week 4, something clicked. Sleep split into 2 4-hour blocks, separated by calm, quiet wakefulness. Melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep, actually spiked during that middle window too. It wasn't random, it was biological. Without being told anything, they reinvented first sleep and second sleep on their own. That's the goosebumps moment. So what changed? Why don't we do this anymore? 2 words: artificial light. Paris became the first city in the world to install street lighting back in 1667. That's real, documented history. Gas lamps, then electric lighting, spread through cities. Nightlife became a thing. Factories needed workers on fixed shifts, not whenever their body felt like waking up. By the 1920s, references to first and second sleep had basically vanished completely from common language. It took centuries, but segmented sleep got engineered out of us by light bulbs, gas lamps, and industrial schedules. Some articles blame Edison alone for inventing the bulb and ruining sleep. That's an oversimplification. The shift was gradual, driven by gaslighting decades before Edison's bulb even existed, patented in early 1880. So the natural way is segmented sleep, and 8 hours is the industrial invention, right? Case closed? Not so fast. In 2015, UCLA researcher Jerome Siegel studied 94 people from the Hadza, San, and Tsimane, groups with zero electricity. The results scrambled the whole narrative. These groups weren't doing segmented sleep either. They slept in one continuous block, averaging just 5.7 to 7.1 hours, on the lower end of modern recommendations. Sleep timing wasn't even driven by sunset. People stayed up a few hours after dark, tracking dropping temperature more than darkness. So both things are true. Segmented sleep was common in pre-industrial Europe, but modern hunter-gatherers don't show it. Human sleep is flexible, shaped by environment, light, temperature, and culture way more than we give it credit for. Real quick, if you function best on 6.5 hours or need closer to 9, drop that in the comments. In 2002, Dr. Daniel Kripke followed over 1 million people for 6 years. Lowest death rate? Not 8-hour sleepers. It was 7-hour sleepers. 8-plus-hour sleepers showed a significantly higher mortality risk, exceeding 15% for those sleeping more than 8.5 hours. Larger modern reviews back this up. The sweet spot sits around 7 to 8 hours. Risk climbs on both ends. Under 6 hours raises heart disease and stroke risk. Over 9 regularly is linked to higher mortality too. So the 8-hour rule isn't ancient law, it's a modern number, and even the National Sleep Foundation recommends a range, 7 to 9. Your body isn't broken if you wake up at 3 a.m. That might be a biological echo of history. The myth isn't that sleep matters, it's that there's one rigid number, and you're failing if you miss it. So next time you wake at 3 a.m., maybe don't panic. And if you're wondering what that quiet window did for creativity historically, that's a whole other rabbit hole.